The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
And now we're joined by the head coach of the Lady Eagles, Mike Mincey. And, Coach, this was a fun game. I'm sure maybe not necessarily for you, a little bit of stress, but 5 players in double figures. And it's a very good Limestone team. They're used to winning a lot of basketball games. What do you think of your team's resiliency after several pushes from their side?
I think it's obviously going to serve us well as we move into tomorrow's game and Wednesday's game and moving forward. Limestone gave us everything they had. They've got a really good player, number 3, that hasn't played yet this year, and she was a shaker and baker and really created a lot of issues for us out of our man, and 15 and 24 out there making threes. Really difficult game for us, but now that we're on the winning side, I can actually look back at it and be like, I think we can grow from it. Quay coming off the bench there, cold, making 4 free throws that sealed the victory. That's unbelievable to me to come off the bench and do what she did there. So I think it's going to serve us well. We had to fight through that zone again, but we changed up a few things too to try to get some stops when they got really tight with us, and then we built the lead back to a 10 by going into our own zone.
You mentioned the zone. That's something you don't like to do very often. What was the decision making there?
Well, they were getting a lot of penetration on us with their dribble drive stuff, and I just felt like, we need to change something up. We showed a little press there a little bit, went to the zone, because we were at that point, our legs were gone. I just felt like they were getting by us way too easy, and if we didn't change something up, we were potentially staring a loss in the face. So they do a good job. It's not something we do a ton, but it's something that we probably need to do more just to kind of throw the offense off.
Lindsey Taylor rebounded nicely, 13 points, 6 of 7 from the field, 10 rebounds. She had some big buckets down the stretch. What do you think of her effort?
Well, it's something that we know she's capable of doing. It was nice, especially in the zone, to be able to throw the ball in and get easy looks near the rim instead of having to chuck it from outside all the time. And she's a strong kid, and she can get those seals. And it's just her 3rd game with us. I think as we continue to work together, it's only going to get better for her.
We talked about the bench prior to today's game. Well, you get 24 points from the bench. Sydney Pierce with 6 points, 5 rebounds, 2nd straight strong game from her.
Yep.
Skylar Boshears with 11. You already mentioned Quay Hines. What do you think of the effort that group gave you?
Well, they came in and gave us a lot of energy there, especially in the first half. Skylar played. We know that's the kind of player she can be. She's a big guard. When she got backdoor type stuff near the rim, she was able to finish it. Abby, we played all 10 of them, and all of them brought something to the table, and that's what we're preaching to them a lot, is that one game it might be one player that does something, the next game it might be somebody else. We know we got a couple that are probably going to produce every game, but it's just a matter of it being a teamwork and a team situation of where we're all building toward the same goal and trying to win basketball games.
You guys had a couple double-digit leads kind of throughout the game. You led by 12 in the 4th quarter. They were able to come back. Yeah. Certainly you don't want to give up those leads, but this is the 2nd consecutive game where your team has been able to handle every single thing that the other team has run out against them. What do you think of your team's mental toughness right now?
Well, without a real preseason in terms of playing against people, I'm actually proud of them. We were challenged against Newberry. Obviously, Anderson made runs at us, and we were able to get the lead back. Today, we couldn't really just get away from Limestone. They kept doing a good job of making shots and making threes and driving on us. And at times, I thought we could have potentially gotten away if we hadn't put multiple turnover possessions back to back. But I think it's going to spell good things for us moving forward. That we've been in these tight games. Luckily, we've been in these tight games at home. But just making big plays. I think Braylon's done a really good job down the stretch of kind of, in some respects, putting the team on her shoulders and trying to, get easy buckets near the rim instead of always relying on the 3 ball.
Coach, appreciate the time. About 22 hours from now, we'll be tipping it up in Liberty. We'll talk to you then.
Let's get on the bus and head that way.
That's Carson-Newman coach Mike Mincey. Carson-Newman wins it 87-82. We're back to Holt Fieldhouse with the Domino's postgame report.